What is good, Greg Gang? Man, Adam's out here today. We're gonna be, playing around with the pool pond. It's not been long since we cleaned out the pool pond at all. And as you can see, it's already getting really green. Like, the visibility here, I would call that a solid 1.5 centimeters. There is a tadpole. I just saw a tadpole, so that's a good sign, I guess. But we still got the aerator running. We got like 4 crawls in here, a couple big bluegill in here, and then we got quite a few little green sunfish and little minnows in here. So I guess first thing we're gonna do is just clean off these rocks and everything, get these bricks out, and then we're gonna change this water, get it all clear and everything, and then we're gonna feed them, because I have been able to feed them and then come up and eat like pretty well as soon as I give them food. So first thing, we got to get that water out, and I think our best bet right now, like we don't have a pump or anything, I think it's just going to have to get a 5-gallon bucket, somehow crudely dip that in there, scoop some up, and I think that's probably about as much water as we can get out of time. And that's like slime colored. That's green slime. Oh, there's a fish. Uh-oh. And for the fish right here, where we're going to put them is actually over here in our other 5-gallon buckets, because 5-gallon buckets are right up there with duct tape for the most useful thing in the world. Adam's having a little bit hard time getting him, but I think we finally got him. Dip him in there to his new semi-home. Not exactly the brightest critter in the pool pond. There we go. Now that should be one of many. And we may want to actually cut down the population of the pool pond simply because the water... Oh, yeah, there's a crawl. Hey, there's a little crawl. But what I was saying is we may want to cut down the population of the pool pond simply because it's getting too dirty too fast. Like, I know it's been like 2 weeks and it's pretty dirty, but it honestly gets super dirty to where you can't see them within about 5 days. So we may end up cutting down the population here by the end of the day. Oh, there we go. There's a good one. That's a big one, ain't it? We got to keep the big one no matter what. Yep. We definitely will not take out the big ones. I think we'll just go at it. Cue the time lapse. And there goes a lot of water, and now we're starting to see the backs of some fish. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to look real closely. We see one right there, right on the back side of that rock. We can see his back. Oh, well, he eluded you, didn't he? Ah, there we go. But if you look closely, you can even see some fins sticking out of some of the bigger ones. And I'm looking around here. I don't see too many, but I'd say there's quite a few over. There's one right there. Oh, yep, got the crawl. There we go. Easy as eating a popcorn chicken nugget. There's quite a few right over there in that dark area. I bet you can do one swoop and get a... Yeah, there we go. Got 2 right there. Here's one right here. You see it right there? Y'all see it? It's like just like a little blur. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Dang it, I missed him. Okay, no need to. Got him. Dang it, I missed him again. Here he is. Dang it, I missed him. There he is. Dang it. I'm about to get him. I want to hillbilly handfish this guy. Oh, there he is. Got him. No, dang it. Come on, dude. Oh, come on. I don't know what I'm grabbing, dude. It's kind of scary. This water's like looking into a swamp. Here he is. Got him. Yes. It took a few times, but I finally got him. There we go. Oh, wow. There's actually quite a few in there. I think there's more, though, honestly. Here we go. Ah! Any fish? Okay, I think we've done a pretty good job at getting them out to start with. Now we gotta clean that out because it's like molded. But back to these fish, like I'm gonna dump out some of this water just because, well, that way we can actually see the fish we have. Kind of the same problem with our pool pond right now. We have a fish pond, but we can't see the fish. What's the point, man? Something's gotta change. That's a lot. That is a lot of things. Like they're all bulged up right here, but I'll stick my hand in and make them all move. See, there's quite a few in there. There's quite a few fish in there. There's not a ton. I'm gonna set these guys out of the sun just to make it that much easier on them. There we go. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I do remember putting more fish in there, but you do gotta take into account there's 4 crawdads in there, and crawdads love to eat fish, and they may even eat one right there. And I think the rock is actually trying to. We gotta get our fish a good clean home. So we have the water hose. This is the pool. It's filling up. It's not completely where it was last time. We want it to get about to, well, the top of this brick, actually. It's got about a centimeter or two to go. But we're going to go ahead and introduce these guys to the new pond. Now, like I said, we're not going to use them all, simply because all of them, it's getting kind of towards winter, and they do mess up the pond, like get it dirty a lot quicker than if there's just a few. So what we decided to do, we're keeping the Rock, simply because, well, he's the Rock. He's like the OG of the entire clubhouse. We're going to keep the two biggest ones, that one and this one right here. We're going to keep one small crawdad and then maybe one or two of the smaller bluegill. And as for the rest, well, stay tuned till the end of the video to find out their fate. So we're going to keep them all in there, and then we're going to go ahead and scoop out the ones that we do want with this. There's the Rock. Oh, oh, oh. And by the way, guys, Rock, he weighs like a pound. He's a humongous. We'll drop this guy in right beside of his favorite brick. Okay, he's unresponsive. Not a good sign. He's actually grabbing the thing, which is not going to help him because it doesn't have feelings. And there he goes. Now let's go for a really small. Let's go for the smallest one right there. The smallest crawdad. I don't think so.
God, look at the difference.
Yeah.
Look at the difference.
Set him right there beside the Rock. That way they can truly see how little he is and how big the Rock is. See the difference, guys? That's what we're talking about whenever we say the Rock is huge. And that's not a small crawdad. He's just the smallest. Now let's get out the two honchos. The two big old bluegill. They're right there together, actually. Yeah, there you go. Hey, yeah, there we go. That's good. Dump these guys in.
I had two. You want to keep them, just them two?
Yeah, we'll keep the smallest one, too, as well. Right in there, got into the current. With the water hose is still on. And just so you know, guys, we're not going to leave the water like that. We got this aqua safe. And apparently, well, there goes a chicken. What do you say about that? Well, that was strange. But we're going to put this in there. That way the water is safe and dechlorinized. Or chlorinized or something. And that right there is good. We got 4 bluegill, 2 craws. And as for the rest of these guys, well, stay tuned because we're not exactly done with them yet. And now it's time for the live feeding frenzy. Now, oh yeah, and that stuff. Yeah, that stuff too. Give it about 2 squirts in there. Oh wow, that's a lot. Okay, but here's what we got. I have been feeding them straight dog food, and they seem to love it just good. I mean, they've all survived. They're all pretty healthy fish right now. And so what I've done was I actually let these soak overnight. That way they can eat them now, and they won't have to soak in the water. And I've also got this piece of mystery meat. I think it's chicken, but I'm really not sure. But that right there is for the crawdads, because the crawdads act really cool at the feeding frenzy too. Like, that's the brick. That's the crawdad. That's a brick. That's a bubble. But that's a crawdad. That's the Rock. He's huge. So first off, what are we going to feed? Fish or the Rock? The Rock.
The Rock.
Let's hand me a piece of that chicken. I'm just going to reach it down to him and see if he wants it. Because he has in the past just reached up and grabbed the meat that I give him. See, he's going to touch it with his tentacles. Make sure it's meat. This is meat. And,
oh, come on.
Come on, dude. You've never acted like this before. I'm giving you free meat. And he is a quadruple amputee, if you're wondering. He does not have any legs on his right side. Alright, so this guy, he's not wanting food right now. Throw it in there! See how they react, see if any bluegill. Now what they would do is whenever the water was dirty, I could throw a piece of dog food in there and they'd instantly come up and start nipping at it. But as we know, in dirty water, fish are a lot more comfortable because they know that we can't see them. And so what I'm thinking is in this clear water, they know we're watching, so they're not just going to come out in the open and eat. So the Rock didn't eat, the bluegill aren't going to eat. But I tell you what, we're going to fast forward to about 8 o'clock tonight, and I'm going to come back out here and feed these guys again. Here we go, let's see what the Rock wants to do today. Let's see. Recognize it's a piece of meat. Just take it, the Rock. Just take it, Rock. Come on, Rock. Just take it. It's a piece of meat, dude. Eat it. Rock. Dude, it's a piece of meat. You're a crawdad. Just eat it. Okay, so I'm sorry, guys, if you were, like, expecting a catch-em-all type feeding frenzy. But you do got to keep in mind, we are dealing with minnows and a crawdad. It's not exactly going to be as epic. So I guess we're just going to go ahead and throw in their meat right now, and they'll eat it eventually. Like, we'll come out here tomorrow, and that leg right there, it will literally just be bone. And I promise, guys, a few weeks ago, I did come out here and feed the Rock a piece of chicken out of my hand. I just legit don't know what happened. And same thing with the minnows. I could come out here and throw a piece of dog food out, and they'd come up and start biting the dog food, which in this case I do think that the watercolor has scared off the little bluegill. But as for the Rock, I mean, dude, he's my bro. He's supposed to like me. He don't want nothing to do with it today, does he? There you go. Yeah, man, he grabbed it. I think that's about as far as we're gonna get, though. Well, unfortunately, guys, I think that's all we're gonna get for feeding these guys. But now, let's move on to something else. And for you guys who did stick around to see what the fate of these guys were, Well, we're gonna go fish with them because that's what you do with live bait. Like, I understand some of y'all may see these guys as pets, but they're kind of not pets. They're basically the same type of pets as chickens. Like, yeah, chickens are pets. They're cool, but they also have a reason, which is to eat them and use them. So even though these are our pets, they are serving their purpose here on Earth. Now let's head on down to the pond and use fish this big to catch fish this big. And of course, for you guys who are a little triggered right now, the ones that we don't use, we're just gonna release into the pond.
Okay guys, it's getting dark out here, but we still have enough time to catch a fish. I'm going as simple as I can get, guys. I got a plain bobber up here about 1.5 feet down. I got a plain hook, and I'm just gonna walk over here to my bucket, get me out a minnow, and well, yeah, the rest is just, you know, stab it on the hook and then try to catch a big fish with it. And here we got the little bluegill. We're gonna come right over here, put it right through the lip. That way, in the rare case, well, hopefully rare case that I don't catch fish, I can still release him and he'll be perfectly fine. However, hopefully something swallows him. Well, I'm gonna cast it right over there. I saw some ripples, maybe something, I don't know, blew up over there. Cast it right over there, the bobber. Honestly, guys, I'm just gonna drop my pole, let it sit there. Once the bobber goes under, I'll let it sit for about 3 seconds, then I'll go ahead and set the hook on him. The last time I actually came, oh my gosh, I've done got one. Actually, it was a catfish that tried to eat the bobber itself, which hopefully, once he realized the bobber is not a bagel, he'll just go ahead and eat the minnow. I'll go ahead and pick up my rod though. I feel like at this point, whenever something hits the top of the water, I feel like they automatically think it's bread, so they go up to try to eat it. But I think in this case, they're gonna realize that it's a bobber and then just eat the minnow under it. That's the plan anyways, because I really do think that it'll work out. Oh, there he goes, there he goes. Okay, got him, got him. Okay, I have no idea what this is, whether it's a bass or, oh my gosh. I'll tell you, whatever it is, it's really big. If it's a bass, it's huge, but it's actually coming up on the bank, which makes me feel like maybe it's a catfish. I definitely think it's a catfish because the way it's fighting, it's not trying to jump at all. Oh man, oh yeah, definitely catfish. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, definitely, yeah, he's definitely, oh wow. He's pulling this rod really hard, and I don't even think he's really that big. He's just right up on the bank. I'm gonna flip him. Oh my gosh, that was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea. Okay, here he is, guys. I don't know how good you can see it. It's really dark on the GoPro. But this is a big old catfish. Like, me feeding them bread like once a week, I can definitely tell that it's making bigger catfish, because this is a pretty big old guy right here. Pretty big old catfish. That's a lot of meat right there, but I ain't gonna waste any time with this guy. He just ate the minnow, which is perfectly fine. Throw him in there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these minnows in here and a few crawls. I'm not gonna waste any time here. I'm just gonna grab them, walk them over to the edge, and I'm probably gonna do what you're expecting. I'm just gonna throw them in. Just like that. And we're good to go, guys.
Since it is Saturday, it's time for the verse of the week. This verse is coming out of Matthew 6:26. Look at the birds in the air. They neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not more valuable than they? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And there's also another verse in the Bible, I'm not exactly sure which one it is, and it's talking about how 5 sparrows are worth 2 cents and that we are worth more than sparrows. In the Bible, it says that God will provide for sparrows, and God also tells us that we're worth more than sparrows. So honestly, guys, if you're worried about are you going to meet your needs, don't necessarily worry about that, because God's got you covered. I promise. So while we're talking about godly sparrows, there's actually a song about those sparrows, and the title is, well, Sparrows. It's actually a really good song. So if you're bored, go check it out.
Thanks for watching another one of Kendall Gray's videos. Like and subscribe, and if you want some merch, go down to kendallgray1.com/shop and tune in Saturday for another one of Kendall's videos.